Hey everyone, Mr. Shell here, and in this video I'm continuing the After Effects Basics series. So if you haven't seen my After Effects Basics introduction to After Effects, please check that video out and I'll post it in the video description. This is the second video and I'm going to be showing you the basics in keyframing. So let's just begin. Okay, you open a new composition to whatever the sizes you want, and now we've got our composition. So I'm just not gonna start a new layer because it isn't necessary, and just get some text up to animate or keyframe. Okay, now we've got Mr. Shell out. First of all, if you've got multiple layers, like you've got a solid layer and a bunch of others possibly, or the text, just select the layer you want. So I'm just gonna make it easier to, I just start a red layer. There we go. There we go. And if you've got multiple layers like I have now, select the layer you want. Like I want to animate Mr. Shell here. So what you have to do is, first of all, find a page with like the shortcuts, or just use the page, the shortcuts I want us to practice. I'm gonna animate the position of Mr. Shell. So I'm gonna select it and press P, and the position comes up here. So if I want to animate it to go, let's say get it from up here to go down here. Actually, let's be a bit more creative. Get it to come in from up here to go down here to the middle, and then to shoot out like that. Okay, so now we've got Mr. Shell positioned from our start position, and we can start keyframing. So then we move the at the start of where you wanted to do it. You press the little clock here at the start of where you want it to go on the timeline. So I want it to go from the 1 second mark. Then you move it. You move the timeline indicator across. I want it to move over to the middle over 2 seconds. So I'm gonna put it there, and I'm gonna drag it to the middle, like so. You can also play around with these, and it can go to side and so on. Put it back where it was, and up and down like so. So I just put it there, it's a bit lower, and there we go. And it should, if we're lucky, animate down. Here we go. That's the most basic keyframe probably possible in After Effects. So let's start another keyframe. Instead of unclicking and doing the same thing again like I did before, you don't unclick the clock, because that indicates that you've got keyframes, and if you unclick it, they will disappear. So if I just see if it works, I unclick it, there, the keyframes disappear. So I'm just gonna undo that, and there they go again. Here they come back. So I'm gonna move it across one frame. So I'm gonna press page down, well, 3 frames actually, 3 times, and now it's moved over 3 frames. And we're gonna animate it to go to the side. So instead of playing around with this clock here, instead you go right to the left of the composition of the layer section, and you press this little diamond here. It's not quite visible without being clicked, but if you click it, it will turn, like it will get filled in sort of, and you've got a new keyframe. So let's move it over a few seconds there, and let's animate it to go out. Nope, wrong way. And there we go. It's disappeared out. So let's have a look what it looks like fully. Goes down and then shoots across to the right. Okay, now that's animating the position. You can also animate the opacity of it and other things as such. So let's just delete those keyframes by highlighting and deleting, and getting rid of position, just P, and instead press T to get the opacity up. So let's just start a new keyframe, get Mr. Shell out to the middle, maybe zoom in a bit more, and just press the little clock and move over to about 1 second ish. I want it to disappear. So what I do is I lower it down. Actually, when it's full, and then over 1 second it will disappear. So like so. So it's full there, and then over time, as you can see, it'll start at 72%, 52%, 24%, and then 0. So there it's just basically keyframe to disappear, and then you can make it appear again by starting a new keyframe over 1 second or 3 frames, appear, and there we go. Mr. Shell appears and disappears and then appears. It can't be more easier. There are a number of things you can keyframe in After Effects. You can keyframe cameras, which you will have to check out my new video, and you can that is the most basic things to animate your text to go in, to go out. Maybe you get your layers in, like other effects to go in and out, and so on and so forth. So this has been Mr. Shell showing you the basics in keyframing, and check out my other videos in Introduction to After Effects and basic camera work.